Another season is upon us in the Blown Piston Racing League as we welcome you in to the third season of truck racing and the first full season here on Captain TV. I am the Captain, Chris Scala. We welcome you in to Talladega Superspeedway, home of the first race of the Wise Choice Contracting Truck Series in the Andrew Moore 212 here at the biggest super speedway in real life. Of course, iRacing Super Speedway is the biggest track when it comes to the oval on iRacing. But Talladega Super Speedway virtually is where we are tonight for the Andrew Moore 212. Again, as I mentioned, 84 degrees ambient-wise right now. Track temp at 101. We see 54% humidity as this is race number 1 of a 10-race regular season and then a 7-race playoff. That will crown a champion coming up here later on this season. But Captain TV here to take care of all 17 races this season of this awesome truck series. Of course, last season it was Tommy Ryan who went out there and won the championship. Now, Tommy was looking on here tonight, is not here, and I'm not sure if he's returning to the league this season, so I haven't had a chance to talk to the admins about that, but we've got so many big-time drivers. The teams are all back, and we are going to see a fantastic series of racing this evening. We're even going to get a little heat race this afternoon to set the full 35-car field, or truck field, I guess we'll call it, here in this Blown Piston Racing League. Again, lots of new things going on. We got new sponsors going on, and just so much more. It is going to be a lot of fun here as they're wrapping up practice here in the next 2 minutes or so in this race. So, a lot of things. Let's talk about the series that is coming up here as we get the wide view here of the speedway. You see all the trucks out there running right now. So many new sponsors in the series this season. We have the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. We welcome the U.S. Vets, of course, as a sponsor to the program, and needless to say, what they do for this country, and not to mention everybody who's fighting for this country. We appreciate all their efforts and stuff they do. But U.S. Veterans going to be sponsoring the Pole Award this season. We got Superior Templating coming back for the caution, of course, this season. How about Forever House Pet Rescue? They're going to be sponsoring the Lucky Dog Championship this season for the Truck Series. So every time somebody gets a Lucky Dog award for being a lap down, it'll be presented by Forever House Pet Rescue. As I mentioned, Wise Choice Contracting, they are now the title sponsor for the series. They're also sponsoring the Front Man Award and Wise Guy iRacing Graphics, of course, the Stage Winner Award for this series this season, and just so much more. Just great things happening for the series, and I think I actually missed one, and I'm just checking right now to see who it was I missed. They're all going to pop up on the screen here. That was the point standings last season. Yeah, there's actually one that I'll give me 1 second here, and I'm going to add them up to the screen. But there is one more sponsorship, and I don't want to leave them out here. purposely at least. I do not want to leave them out, and I'm actually getting that for you right now on the screen, and that's actually the New Age Limited, which is the Speed Demon Award, is going to be a sponsor also. That's going to be for the fastest lap of the race, so that is another sponsor going to be on board with the series this season. I'm going to add them on. You're going to see them pop up on the screen here in a second. But hopefully you guys enjoyed your Friday evening. Again, Friday and Sunday nights throughout the next couple of months. You will see us here on Captain TV with some truck racing on Friday nights, and then the Cup Series takes over for the Busch cars, or the Xfinity cars, in the Clash Series coming up this season. So that's the one big change that we do have coming up this season. You'll see Cup racing coming up here on Sunday from Talladega Super Speedway. There you get the sponsor things not cooperating here. So, all right, cars on the track. So we're going to go to qualifying now, and I will work on the issue to get everything set up. The shaking of the camera, those are the cars going by right now. So let's jump down to the trucks. There's Anthony Hanley right now. As we look at him in this 88 truck. Get you some audio there. As per usual, the same features for qualifying. If where you see the green at, if it turns purple, that means that person is on the pole at that moment. If you see it in green, that means they're faster that time by. If it's in yellow, that means they're not as fast as the normal lap or whatever. But that's that Bass Pro Shop Nitro number 88. They do get the 2 laps, and then a little bit different rules this season. Yeah, the Lucky Dog sponsor. Did I not mention it? I'm sorry if I didn't. That's what happens when I try to multitask at one time. You're trying to fix. I've been on the computer for like 2 hours trying to set this all up, and yet I still screw something up. Go figure, right? I wanted to make sure everything went well tonight. It's going to go well. We're going to have a great race. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hanley running that bottom line. See what he comes down to the champion, or to the pole lap here through the tri-oval on the apron. And a 58 flat, or 56 flat for Hanley. He is on the pole right now. Of course, it's going to do that to me. For some reason, the ticker never cooperates with me in qualifying. It's okay. Yeah, we do have a sponsor for the Lucky Dog Award this year. If you have any questions about sponsorships, you can always reach out. Scott will get you updated on that. There's that logo. That'll come across the screen here for a second. Sorry about this, guys. I'm going to put that on there real quickly. For some reason, I thought I had them on the screen, but apparently I didn't. That issue is fixed. Ryan Nicoletta up to the pole, and now Avery Wilson to the pole of 55.99. David Brown up to second, the newcomer to the series. And now Jeremy Coors goes to the pole in the 97 truck of 55.97. Let's see who else is yet to run a lap here. And per league rules, you do have to run a lap. How about the guy that won this race last season, Caden Henry Oaks, new sponsor in the 19 Red Bull truck in this Chevrolet. Going to say another new feature you're going to see on Captain TV, and tonight is the debut actually of it. As we announced this partnership earlier this week with Track Cams for Gourmets. You'll notice in the info of the race tonight, you'll notice some links to track cameras for Gourmets. It's a sponsorship I can't talk apparently, that we worked out and set up this week. But you can check them out. You can use these use these cameras on iRacing. They've been doing it since 2012, and we've got a great partnership lined up here, and you can check out their cameras and stuff and use them for personal use and so much more. Make sure you check out the website there on the screen, on the info, which is trackcams22.com for all the details. But appreciate the guys there from that company. It's actually one person that does all the work on the camera. So you're going to see even closer to real-life cameras tonight in this race and throughout the future here on Captain TV. So here we go. Let's grid up the heat race that we're about to happen here. And looks like there's going to be 3 drivers in it racing for the 35 spots. And we're going to go ahead and let them race it out. We'll watch the race here and let you guys enjoy it. As the trucks all grid up here. Appreciate everybody joining us. So tonight, 4 sets of tires in the pits, the 70% fuel in the trucks, and 1 fast repair when it's all over with. So 70% roughly of about 38 to 40 laps. When it's all over with, you're looking at about 25 laps or so on a tank of fuel. When it is all over with, there's a look at the iRacing Pace truck that's going to lead them around the track here. And this is your lineup real quickly. This is the 3 drivers. Don't count Lauren. She is an admin tonight. She's the admin. As she cues the mic here, and she's just basically telling these guys to make it around for 10 laps, and they're in. And that's where we'll just talk a little bit. And, yeah. But so much going on here in this series. Let's talk about the schedule this season, because a lot of great races going to be featured. We previewed this last season when we were on the air, and we have got a great race schedule this season. And I'm going to slide it actually across the screen here on the Discord page, as we'll take down the graphic off of the screen here. So pardon me for a quick second. And there we go. So tonight, the Andrew Moore 212 here at Talladega Super Speedway. And then next week, we go to Auto Club Speedway for 100 laps of racing on that 2-mile oval. And then it's New Hampshire Motor Speedway. True facts right there, Jacob. We'll go to Las Vegas after New Hampshire, Watkins Glen, Indianapolis. We'll have a week off in May for the Memorial Day. And, of course, this is subject to change. I know there's been some talks of some things changing schedule-wise. We have iRacing Super Speedway on the schedule this year. That'll be in June. Also, Darlington. We have a interleague race in Daytona coming up at the July 4th weekend. Chicagoland, Dover, Martinsville, Michigan, all part of the first round of the chase, which is now 7 races. It's been extended out. Bristol, Atlanta, Richmond, and the finale in August at Homestead Miami Speedway. So definitely a great schedule lined up for us for this season. So many great things going on tonight, as I mentioned. Good to be back on track with these guys. I've ran a couple of the recruiting races with them. Actually drove Casey Duncan's 17 truck last week at Darlington. Drove it to a top 5 finish, as a matter of fact, which outside of the win in the Clash Series last season at Daytona is like my best finish, I think. 13 viewers so far. While you have time, too, you can get yourself a refill on drink, whatever you need to do to get yourself prepared for the race. Still plenty of room if you want to be a part of the series. I know there's some big sponsorships in the works and stuff like that for the series, and it's become an all-paid series now. for full-time drivers and stuff. You can actually race part-time still and be a part of that and so much more. But we got the big show coming up here in just a couple minutes. These 3 trucks just going to go out here and run for 10 laps. Almost a little bit of a practice session for them, so to say, to get them a little more draft work with 3 trucks. With the packed house here. And you see the green has come out. Andy Moore joining us, not the Andrew Moore, but Andy Moore. Wants to kiss the winner, apparently. Not there's anything wrong with that. You can do whatever you want to do there, Mr. Andrew. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to do a sound check, because I don't get to do this normally like this, but since there's trucks on the track and I can listen to myself here, we'll sound check to make sure everything's all good to go with the cameras and stuff and works. Looks like we're good to go. Do I have to start an Andrew Moore war, Andy? Just saying. Do I need to? All right, so while this race goes on real quickly, I'm going to step away. I'm going to top off my, I'm going to get some sweet tea myself. And we'll come back here and we'll get ready for the start here. And we'll have an 80-lap race featuring 3 stages in Season 3 of the Truck Series coming up here on Captain TV. So I'll be right back. Screen's going to stay up and going here as this heat race goes on. I'm going to put a tower up here for you guys, too, so you know where everybody's at. So, which, of course, that's going to do that to me. So, actually, I'm going to take an opportunity to fix that first. So, this is the good thing about a heat race is I can go take care of that real quickly. So, stand by 1 second. Screen's going to go black for 3 seconds. I know, right, Josh? There we go. And of course, much like an actual race, when we go to commercial, something happens. Of course, if there's any race you want something to happen like this, it's here. You know what I do want to do is I want to take a minute. If you haven't seen the news today, obviously it kind of hits sort of close to home on my end. I seem to be saying this a lot often. But as you know, there was a little bit of a mass shooting this morning in Indianapolis at the FedEx ground facility there at the Indianapolis airport. It's a facility I've driven by plenty of times when I lived up that way before I worked at FedEx. But I definitely want to send our best wishes out to the family there, the families involved in this terrible thing. Scares you when you see it involves your company that you work for and stuff. I know my wife was kind of scared about it today and things, so just definitely want to send our thoughts to those people up there, and I don't know, just a lot of bad things happening. But all we can do is keep our heads up and enjoy what we love to do, and that's racing, right? So we're going to do that here coming up in 3 laps. We'll get this race underway. But I felt like I needed to get that out, and definitely sucks. So they're going to be coming to the white flag. It'll be between 2 trucks here. Jason Nicholas and Roger Rios Matias in the 5 truck. They'll come to the back straightaway here. They're going to come up on the back of Caden here in a second, which is going to make things very interesting. Now, the Lauren name you see over on the left-hand side, that is our admin, Lauren Race Control. We actually have our own set up and stuff here, so I'll be able to get you all the penalties and stuff that you need to know happening. Score the opening win here. Either way, these guys are going to start in the back. And let's see if Roger makes a move at all on Jason. He does finally to the outside here, and Roger got him. Wow. Got him at the line. And we'll get a 5 in a warm-up. Pretty good crowd out here at Dega. So again, tonight going to be 80 laps of racing. We'll have 3 stages involved. Stage number 1 will end at lap number 20. Stage 2 at lap 40, and of course the 40 laps to the finish. $10 will go to the winner tonight of this Talladega race, the Andrew Moore 212. I believe Andrew's actually sponsoring both races right tonight, or this weekend. Trucks heading out on track. They'll get their final warm-ups here. They can check where their pit stalls are, so on and so forth. A couple of iHeartRadio trucks there. The 22 of Jason Branch, the 4 out there on track also of Andrew Mraz. It's one number I'll have to adjust to a little bit. Something new there with Andrew Mraz in the 4 this season. Right there. They're going to come in and practice their pit stop here. It looks like Brandt's going to send it up. That's not how you do it, Jason. Viewers, guys. Appreciate everybody watching so far. We're going to go green here in 2 minutes, I promise. As these guys work through all the kinks and stuff and get their racing all set up here, as this will be the first race these guys run since, January, February, something like that. And this is day number 5 in a row that you'll see action here on Captain TV. Of course, Monday night was the TI Racing Truck Series. Tuesday night, TI IndyCar Series. And Wednesday night was the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series. Thursday night, the Short Track Super League. And now tonight, BPRL, one of 2 nights they'll have here in the next 3. Tomorrow night we'll have the VOR Truck or IndyCar Series from Barber Motorsports Park. That'll be at 7:30 Eastern, and then following that, USRC from Las Vegas will actually do the pole draw coming up here once this race ends tonight. So we will draw for the pole. I know the practice session should be just wrapping up that they ran a little bit ago. And then Sunday we'll come back here for the Open Cup Series. That'll kick off their season, otherwise known as the Clash Series, coming up Sunday night here on Captain TV. All right, all the warm-up, all the festivities are over. It is time to get this season started. Checkered flag waves. Bobby Anderson will win happy hour. Congratulations, Bobby. You get a free bowl of ice cream from your freezer. Over there's the International Motorsports Hall of Fame off of turn 4 there that you just saw a quick little snippet of. As these trucks grid, let's go down here and talk with the pole sitter, see if I can get him up here with us. I got to find him. There he is. He's right there in the 97 car, part of the Torqued Wrench team. Let's get him up here with us really quickly here as Jeremy won the pole for tonight's race. A very fast lap from him in the truck. Jeremy, you got a copy, bud?
Sure do.
Jeremy, congratulations, man. Kicking off the season with a pole in what I believe is your first career start. Correct me if I'm wrong. But great job this evening, man. How are you feeling about Talladega?
Oh, well, I guess I'm feeling good. I don't know, man. It's different coming from the B cars and the A cars. I always feel slow, but I guess it was a pretty good track.
What's it going to take for you to get that number 97 up to victory lane?
Surviving, I think. Trying to protect and not be too aggressive early on, and make some good pit stops, and it should be all right.
Well, great job this evening on the pole. You win the first U.S. Vets Pole Award of the season, presented by the United States Veterans Pole Awards. Congratulations on that, and good luck this season, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. So that is our pole sitter, Jeremy Kors. We'll move him down to the channel, and then we'll go through our starting lineup here in just a second. Let's get him down to the Torqued Wrench channel. And he moved himself actually right on cue. And take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's race. As I mentioned, Jeremy wins the pole. Alongside him going to be Avery Wilson, one of the Final Four drivers from last season. Anthony Keys, David Brown starting in row number 2. Alejandro Risso and Ryan Nicoletta in row number 3. Row 4, Casey Barlow and Eric Davis. Row number 5, Guy Snyder making a return to the series alongside Paul Regney. Bill Hales, Brandon Mathia will start in row number 6. Row 7, Greg Olenek and Andrew Moore, the sponsor of tonight's race, starting 14th. Mikhail Sebastian in the 15th position alongside Anthony Hanley. Ryan Marin, Clayton Fry, Patrick Coluccio, and Eugenio Alonso. A lot of interesting names in this series I got to get used to. A couple of 4X guys there. Jason Branch, James Thorndike, Bobby Anderson, Jordan Berry. Also Rick Rice, Scott Wise, Byron McDonald, Andrew Mraz, Jared Navarro and Casey Duncan, your top 30. Fernando Gamboa and Corbin Simmons. Row 16, row 17, Josh Gillian, Paul Ems. Row 18, Jason Kratke, Roger Rios Matias, Jason Nichols, and Caden Henry Oaks. As they come to the green flag, we start season number 3 of racing here in the Blown Piston Racing League on Captain TV. Here we go, season on. Being very patient. Looks like just 2 by 2 throughout as they come off into the tri-oval. That's Avery Wilson, that right number 1 truck on the high side. He is going to come down and lead lap number 1. That's David Brown, the 96 truck up there. That green and blue truck pushing in on the outside. Ryan Nicoletta, the 59 man. We got the number 9 on the outside of Paul Regney, and a lot of bobbing and weaving going on here as Avery finally clears them. All about being patient here in this first couple of laps, get the feel of your truck, get used to the draft, get used to being around each other and stuff. Because you're in for 17 races of this coming up this season. On board with Eric Davis. This 2.66 mile super speedway. Guy Snyder did not start the race in the end, so 37 trucks took the green flag. And that outside line continuing to be the way to go as Avery leads this thing. Coors holding on that bottom line. And one specific team is kind of hanging out in the back right now, and that is the 4X guys. Look at all these iHeart Racing trucks hanging out back here. Jason Branch, James Thorndike, Andrew Moraz, Casey Duncan, all 4X team members. And Caden Henry Oaks is just kind of hanging out there. So is Jason Kratke and Ryan Marin. These guys are just going to kind of hang out and wait and see how it all transpires tonight. On board with Branch, you have 31st position. Just kind of riding here. Nothing wrong with that. Now the thing is, though, we got stage points coming up here as Caden Henry Oates goes by. The Talladega winner from last season. We have stage points coming up here at the end of 20 laps as we see some 3 wide and 9 truck going up to the top side all by himself. Paul Regney starting to fall backwards a little bit here. Avery trying to protect both groups. He's going to, oh, I thought he was going to get in the sucker hole. Oh, it's close. Almost, he did get himself put 3 wide. Avery in the middle. As Coors brings Anthony Keys with him, you got Alejandro Risso up there in that 43 truck pushing the 96. And now Avery is helping Anthony Keys as Keys goes to the outside here. Using that middle line, and he's going to try to take the lead of this pack.
Come on, guys. Hold the line now.
Oh, 96 is loose, and here we go. This is going to be big. At lap number 5. Over here in turn 4, and it continues on. Tons of trucks involved. It all started, the 96 gets turned. You see Andrew Moore has a piece of the wreck. Byron McDonald, Rick Rice a part of it. This took at least 10 to 15 trucks in this. We'll see what these leaders got to do. We'll get the, see if the leaders or anybody come to pit road here. If not, we'll go show the replay of the wreck here because we got a lot of views we're going to show here. again, we got the stage ending here at lap number 20, and leaders are going to come to pit road here. Leaders should be coming in. This probably should be fuel only. You don't really need tires right now at all. Roger Rios Matias going by himself, and easily the one truck wins the race off pit road. All right, so let's go back, and we're going to roll the beautiful bean footage. First caution this season. Oh, by the way, brought to you by Superior Templating. Of course, the Superior Templating caution number 1 on the track here this season and this week. Rick Rice we're on board with. Let's back it up here. See how it all transpires up there. 96 is going to get turned. And right there you see him get loose. And, well. So we got that. Let's see if I can get. Let's do it like this. I'm going to hit pause here for a second. Let's back it up. And it's going to happen up here, as I mentioned, with David Brown in the 96 here. Gets loose off of Ryan Nicoletta's bumper. Clobbers the 71, and it just breaks out. One truck goes flying. The 20 gets involved. The 51 of Jordan Berry. Couple 4X trucks. We got plenty of replay cameras. We get the show now with these wrecks. Thanks again to the Gourmet or track cams from by Gourmet. I have to get used to that name. But thank you to those guys for doing this. You see the Moo and Brew number 32 truck of Greg Olenek. He's actually going to be the leader of this race. But we'll show this in slow-mo now. And you see, you just tries to help him there, and he gets into his left rear. Double Zero gets into it a little bit to 7. There's at least 15 trucks in this wreck. How about the 7? One truck just goes up and clobbers the fence. Scott Wise in the middle of this. I think he gets through. The 40 of Gilliam, I think, gets through. Now we're going to show it one more time. I'm going to hit pause. We're going to go on board with a 40 truck. As soon as I find a 40 truck on the telemetry here. There he is, Josh Gillian. Let's go on board with him. There's just carnage everywhere. Scott Wise gets through it. Nice job by Scott. Still got a spinning truck here. You got to get around, and nice job by everybody. So Greg Olenek going to lead this Andrew Moore 212 here after the first caution. As pace truck going to pull off. 24 viewers tonight. Love it. Appreciate you guys allowing us to be a part of the your fun tonight on a Friday night. We wrap up the first Superior templating caution, and we'll take the green flag here. 11 laps from the end of stage number 1. Here we go. And they went single file quick. That is going to be probably looked at, because I believe they're not allowed to switch lanes still until they cross the line. Look at the 09, Bobby Anderson, who led Happy Hour, is going to take the lead for a second. Here comes the Moo and Brew 32 to the inside. And they're wrecking into turn 3. Trucks around the 24s, around the 20, the 51. Caution out for the second time. And our second Superior templated caution comes out. Turn number 3, as they're just getting up to speed here. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see the leaders come to pit road, so let's go ahead and jump to the replay here. Eric Davis also involved in this. Let's see what transpires here. You got a damaged iHeart truck there. The wreck happens up front. And these guys all check up here. So it actually happens up front. There's the 24 truck of Casey Barlow spun around. Well, let's show it one more time here. Barlow running up there on the high side. Got Jordan Berry on his inside. And contact the 45 gets into Scott Wise. And that's where Barlow gets involved. So it actually happens in front of Barlow here. Trying to find. Let's go to Andrew Mraz here. Oh, right there. Avery Wilson with a save on a bump draft. And then, bam, just a chain reaction, it looks like. So Ryan Marin's going to get the EOL for the penalty here. They do get EOLs for every time a caution is caused by a driver.
I know, unfortunately, it is what it is, and I agree with you. There wasn't really much you could do there. You tried to save them.
So let's go on board with Marin and watch. Gets in the back bumper as they check up, and he just gets clobbered from behind. So there's the wreck. Basically when it's all over, with just a chain reaction from a restart. So the bump drafting is pretty aggressive, it looks like, so far here at Talladega. We do have trucks a lap down, so we'll bring in our new sponsor, Forever Home Pet Rescue Lucky Dog Award. I'm not sure who it went to, but somebody got the lucky dog. Looks like it might have been, if anyone, Bill Hales maybe, getting a lucky dog in that number 67 truck. I'm going to say it's him, but I could be wrong. But anyways, we appreciate Forever Home Pet Rescue Incorporated for sponsoring the Lucky Dog Award for the Truck Series this season. So appreciate all the viewers again watching so far. Been a little bit of a shaky start here with 2 cautions in the first 13 laps. So we'll get back to racing here at lap number 14. And again, we only have 7 laps before the end of stage 1. Now there are not any cautions for stage ends. They go all the way through. So if they get to lap 20 and the stage ends, it's just continue on and somebody gets bonus points. As I mentioned, the Moo and Brew burger and beer truck up there in the lead right now of Olenek. You got Anderson, the Flavor Bomb, number 09. The Corsa Performance, number 1 of Avery Wilson there. Eugenio Alonso started back in 20th. He is up to 4th. And Jera Navarro up to the 5th position after starting 29th. Go back racing here. Apparently somebody has got a barbecue going on pit road right now. As we wrap up the second caution here, let's see if we get a green flag run going. As I mentioned, Greg Olenek going to lead him to the green flag here. Somebody's spinning the tires in the inside lane here. And a great restart for the 32 of Olenek. Takes a little bit of time to get these trucks wound up. But already a single file line. You got the 04 Navarro there, as I mentioned, the 7 of Sebastian getting knocked down the line with Roger Rios Matias, who was in the heat race a little bit ago. He's up here in the top 7 now. Already some 3-wide racing up to the top there. It's Anthony Keys in the iHeart truck. Mentioned 6 laps from halfway. Who wants stage points? Who wants this kind of ride and survive? It's been definitely very wild with the bumping and stuff going on. Everybody's got to be very careful how much they push and stuff. 36 back there. He's got some damage on that truck. Pack starting to form back up. Avery Wilson goes to the lead. Look at this, for the lead, Olenek up the middle. Somebody up there caught on the high side. That's the 7 of Sebastian. Trying to find himself a spot in line. That's close. He does, but he gets loose doing it. All these trucks trying to fight their way for stage points. Questions who's going to get them. Oh, and the wreck in the 7 gets turned by the 14. The 40's involved. That's going to end this stage with a big wreck. Scott Wise involved. Bill Hales has jumped the pit road, unfortunately. So it looks like, unless something changes here, Greg Olenek is going to win stage 1. Let's go back and see the replay here of this wreck. On board with Gamboa, the 74. Ooh! And slams the inside wall. Go up here to Anthony Keys in the 14 truck. He's back here pushing Sebastian there in the 7. The 40 of Gillian's right there behind him. Oh, and Netcode actually makes contact with the 04. Watch it one more time here. Let's actually, there's a camera. I gotta find it because I'm getting used to this camera set now I have. And rear chase will work. Let's go to the 14 of Keys here. We're gonna slow it down here, right? So you see that movement by the truck right there, the 04. That is netcode basically. The netcode, it almost attracts the truck like a magnet to the other truck. Bam, right there. And slides them up into the 7 truck. Would they have touched, really? Who knows? But either way, it triggers everything. The 4 of Mraz gets a piece and glues his teammate there. Casey Duncan sliding through there into 17. We might have to go on board with him. Watch this thing. Let's do that actually. I think that's the right camera. Here we go. There you go. Wow. That is impressive. So we are going to go green and have a 1-lap stage shootout and then go right to stage number 2. But I do want to mention real quickly that this is the 3rd Superior templating caution of the evening. Thanks, Superior Templating, for coming back aboard this season. And I believe, I'm not sure actually who it would have been, but of course the first truck a lap down under this caution also receives the Forever Home Pet Rescue Lucky Dog Award. So thank you to Forever Home Pet Rescue for being a sponsor, of course, in this Blown Piston Racing League as we get ready to go back green here at lap number 19, going to 20. Get off my screen. With Roger Rios Matias being scored the leader, but it's actually Olenek on the bottom that leads this race. Of course, if you haven't learned yet, I am a one-man show here on Captain TV, 99% of nights. I'm the camera guy that, switches cameras or whatever when I want to the broadcaster, to the producer, to the coffee getter, or in this case, sweet tea getter for me. Cheers. As the pace car going to pull off. And this will be the final lap of stage number 1 right here. As the green comes out, the 32 of Olenek leads them to it. Going to be a little bit of pushing here. Roger Rios Matias to the lead right now with help from Avery Wilson on his outside. Olenek back up to the front. As they work their way to the tri-oval, 3 wide, Avery's going to try to make a move, and that is going to hand Greg Olenek stage number 1 here at Talladega as they continue green. But the first of the Wise Guy iRacing Graphics stage winner goes to Greg Olenek. And thanks to Wise Guy iRacing Graphics for sponsoring, of course, this season. Last year they were a part of the point standings. This season, the stage winner award goes to iRacing Wise Guy iRacing Graphics. I'm having a rough time talking tonight. Now everybody can settle back down and go for another 20 laps here. You got Caden Henry Oaks up there in that high side, that Red Bull truck. Nice when the rear view mirror has a cam on it. As Rio's going to go to the lead here on the high side with help from Avery Wilson. We are separated out here into a couple of packs now as I think they're trying to find a way to settle down here in this race. And this Andrew Moore 200 here at Talladega, or 212 here at Talladega, as Avery Wilson now runs the high line and takes the lead. Petrie going to get himself a lap led there with the 96 of Brown. After that big wreck a little bit ago, he's worked his way back up to second and might have himself stuck in the middle here. Let's see if Caden tries to put him there. He doesn't. Gets in line with him on that high side. So we got, so I'm looking at this right, roughly 2 big packs. You have one pack that has about 13 trucks in it. That's this one right here. And then you got another pack of trucks being led by Anthony Keys back here with Guy Snyder, who is actually a lap down. You got Jason Nicholas, and then you got Andrew Moore back here leading this third pack of trucks. Truck kind of getting freight trained out to the back. That's Rick Rice, who was involved in that first wreck earlier tonight also. As the 36 is going to jump out of line and come to pit road, so unscheduled stop for Rick Rice as they go by the lap truck here. Now Brown's going to get posted up on the high side there. David Brown going backwards. All right, we're going to come down here and complete lap number 26. And an old tradition that I used to do with Captains or with For Racers Only TV about 3 or 4 years ago. I think it's time we bring it back, and we're going to enjoy this as part of the actually, I hear pit stops happening all of a sudden here. We'll have to keep it on. And there's some trucks coming to pit road. You know what? I'm going to hold off on it, but we are going to bring that tradition back. We're going to have pit stops coming up here, so I didn't realize we were entering a fuel window here. Let's see who comes to pit road here at lap number 27. See the 7 truck getting shuffled out a little bit, and here we go. Roger Rios Matias coming in. I hear somebody has yelled "whoa" on the radio. Not sure what that was for. I did hear somebody call out their pit stops. And the 04. Well, 4 tires and fuel for 3 or 4 of these guys here, and they're all going to pull away. If not just fuel only here. It looks like 12-second stops mostly. Eric Davis, Roger Rios Matias, Ryan Nicoletta now on pit road all by himself. And here come the leaders in the into the tri-oval. One truck, whoa, I thought he was going to the apron to make a pass. Look at Guy Snyder make a run to the high side. He's a lap truck. And he's going to get to the front here. Very impressive move there. Oh, and now Scott Wise in the middle of the track. Everybody had to split him. right, so I don't know if those are the trucks that were left to pit here. As I look over at my telemetry, we still have Avery Wilson hasn't pitted since lap 7. He's going to be pitting any time. David Brown, Risso, and Ems all got to come to pit road in the next couple laps here. So we're going to hold off here before we start our new tradition back up again. I don't know if that makes it a new tradition or not anymore. Rewind here, and the 43 gets turned into Jason Nicholas. They hit the inside wall and come back up the track. And that's going to bring the caution out. Oh, and Branch gets clobbered. So for the 4th time, our superior templating caution comes out here at Talladega. And a wild sequence of events just now. You see Branch has a little bit of a smoker. I saw they were 3 wide out of the corner of my eye, and I tried to get over to them. By then, they were spinning at that point. And the caution comes out here. Nichols on pit road. And that's going to allow these guys who pitted early, they're going to be able to come to pit road. You see Avery Wilson down the apron. That's him saving fuel right there. And if I see this right, Roger Rios Matias is going to get the Lucky Dog Award. We'll watch him for a second as here come those leaders to pit road. We'll see if the 5 goes rolling here past the pace truck. If so, he will be the forever home Pet Rescue Lucky Dog. And yep, there he goes. So Roger will get the award, if that's technically an award. All right, let's go see the replay here. What took place? Once again, the wreck's already started here for some reason. Or was that something? That's something else, actually. Here we go. On board with Risso. Contact there. Goes down the track. Oh, gets hit again. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, and he gets clobbered. I'm not sure if he did have the. I don't know what happened there. If he had brakes locked, or if Branch and those guys were just coming hot, or what the deal was there. Let's contact there between those two. 72 gets clobbered. These guys were in the middle of the track. That was just a tough situation there. Let's go on board with Jason Branch here. There's the wreck way up ahead. He finally gets on the brake. don't know if no one told them they were wrecking or something, or what the deal was there. Caution out for the fourth time, as I mentioned. Superior templating caution number 4. And Jason Kratke in the 54 truck is now going to be the leader. Byron McDonald in the a very interesting paint scheme. He's got the 23 back on the rear corner panel. He's running in second. Greg Olenek, Bobby Anderson, Eric Davis, your top 5. As we will come back to green. No, I agree on that part, Jacob. I definitely agree on that. I got it in my head also where I'm thinking, why didn't those guys move to the bottom of the track when they saw the wreck happen when they came back up? You had to have seen them go to the middle of the track, you know. But, you know, obviously I'm not in their truck, so I can't tell you what, you know, was going on, obviously. I mean, I might question something, but I'll never understand, or I'll never question somebody's decision. Because they're in the trucks, they're in the vehicles they drive, they know what they're doing. I'm just out here analyzing what I see, and that kind of thing. So, and every situation's different between any truck and that kind of thing. So, on my end, I'll just say, hey, appreciate everybody watching tonight here on Captain TV. I saw up to 24 a little bit ago, 20 viewers watching tonight. Always feel free to hit that subscribe button, share with a friend, share with a family member. And I talked about it a second ago. We had a tradition back in my For Racer Only TV's days where we called something wide open. It was our version of Fox's Crank It Up. I'm bringing it back starting tonight. And on Captain TV, I'm going to shut up and let them enjoy the race. And let's go wide open from Talladega. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was fun. I was sitting back, man. That's awesome stuff. Of course, I do want to get them a promo too. Track Cam for Gourmets. That is the new camera package we're running here on Captain TV, a new partnership that actually officially started today. This is the first race of it. If you want to check out the track cams for Gourmets, They have been customizing iRacing car and track cameras since 2012, and they offer oval, road, and dirt cameras, plus VR and fan experiences. They actually have cameras. If you're like a fan in the grandstands, you can set up and watch a race. It's a really cool deal. Make sure you check them out, trackcams22.com, for all the details. There's a link in the YouTube info page to their cameras. If you're a driver, you can get these cameras and use them privately for yourself and so much more. But I tell you what, it's one guy that created all of these cameras, and it's a really cool deal. Make sure you check them out. Track Cams 22, the number, as Caden Henry Oates goes spinning. Caden Henry Oates, the Talladega winner last season, goes spinning. But make sure you check out the trackcams22.com. And I think Paul Ems might be involved or something too. I see he's on pit road. Not sure what happened to him. Guy Snyder back up here in this pack in the 27 truck. Guy right now is still 2 laps down, but he got 1 lap back a little bit ago, and he is working back through this field to get to the lead lap. Let's go back and see what happened to Caden Henry Oates real quick here in the 19. He gets into the 0-0 and sends him packing. And in this same incident, something goes wrong. Oh, the 91 gets packed, sent spinning. Ooh, and he hits that gate. That's the gate that goes in from the outside of the track to the inside where the haulers come in at Talladega right there. So unfortunately, if you had a 1 and a 9 in your number, you did not have a good lap there. And oh, by the way, 2 laps to go here in stage 2. $54 of Cracky down there to 32 of Olenek in the inside. All right, final lap, stage number 2. Look at these trucks just moving around with the air, trying to draft up these other trucks. As Avery Wilson uses Guy Snyder to the outside. Snyder's running up through this field like Earnhardt in 2000. I mean, I'm watching him just slice and dice through here, trying to get another lap back. Now Wilson, with help from Guy Snyder, unless somebody makes a move here, is on his way to a stage victory. He will get it. Avery Wilson wins stage number 2. Of course, presented by Wise Guy iRacing Graphics. Avery Wilson, stage 2 winner. $54 Cracky moving to the apron. I think he's like, I'm out of here. I got my stage points. See ya. Not a bad idea. Cracky's down on the apron. Got another lap truck up to the top side there. Jason Nicholas. And we are going to see pit stops. The 23 coming to pit road to Byron McDonald. And remember a few minutes ago when Roger Rios Matias was the lucky dog? He's just taking the lead right now off turn 4 and in to the tri-oval, the 5 to the lead. as they come up on the back of Caden Henry Oaks. Now, of course, in iRacing, you usually see a lot of... And Guy Snyder bails out to the apron. I think Guy's coming to pit road, maybe. As Gamboa's on pit road also. Yep, Guy Snyder to pit road. Oh, and apparently ran out of fuel, Guy did. That's when graphics on screen once. So Anderson in the 09 following Avery Wilson, Greg Olenek, Roger Rios, Matthias James, Thorndike, the 13 truck, looking to get himself a win. This Andrew Moore 212. Appreciate everybody watching tonight here on Captain TV. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And of course, we're on. This is race number 5, or day number 5, I should say, of broadcasting in a row out of 10. We're halfway there. Some could say living on a prayer too, but we got 2 races coming up tomorrow night. One Sunday, one Monday, one Tuesday, and then finally I'll be off for a night. But definitely impressed with the racing tonight. We've had a couple of cautions, but appreciate all the viewers watching tonight here on iRacing and Captain TV as part of the Andrew Moore 212. Race number 1 of the Blown Piston Racing League Wise Choice Contracting Truck Series. Check on our pole sitter back here. Jeremy Kors in the 11th position. And with Jeremy here in this 97 truck. You see the trucks up front there, I believe, up there ahead. I think they just came out of pit road potentially. Speeds of about 180 mile an hour. See the packed house here at Talladega Super Speedway. I was talking about in a fan cam a few minutes ago, if you were to purchase a camera like that, this is what it would look like you're the fans in the crowd. Look at it in the campgrounds, up against the outside wall here, down the back straightaway. You're up here in the campgrounds. But they do have that experience. Again, trackcams22.com. But this is what it's like to be in the crowd at Talladega Super Speedway watching these trucks. Trucks that they just caught, who have all just pitted, are up to the high side here. And it's causing these trucks to kind of scatter a little bit here. We're going to have some more pit stops here at lap 47, and this should get those trucks. No, actually a little short on fuel. Guy Snyder jumps back out of line. Is he coming back to pit road? He is, as a matter of fact. So not sure what's going on there with the 27, but Guy Snyder back on pit road. As Rio's getting pushed by the 59 and Nicoletta, who drops down, elevator move, going for the lead. See Andrew Moore back there in the 77, the sponsor of this race. He has been kind of riding. But there is Andrew in that orange Golf Racing Fuels number 77. We got one truck stopped on the inside of the track down there. Is that Jason Nicholas? As we'll have 31 laps to go next time by. They're coming up on Scott Wise. Let's see if they can make this transition a little easier than last time. Scott running that tribute to 2000. The last win for Dale Earnhardt here at Talladega. If you have not been on YouTube to watch that race, take some time to do it. Every time I watch that race, I get more and more shocked of seeing the moves he makes in that race to win that thing. Greg Olenek leading this race here as we come up to lap number 50, 30 laps to go. One more pit stop for the leaders coming here in the next couple of laps. As they go by Caden Henry Oaks, the last season's winner. Ryan Nicoletta on pit road now. Three wide back here. Oh, boy. Oh, and around goes the 00. Ended up, oh, the 54's flying. Caution is out. Clayton Fry. Jeremy Coors involved. Kratke goes airborne. And this will allow the leaders to pit under caution. And fifth caution here of the night. The fifth Superior templating caution. Trying to see who might be the lucky dog here and get back on the lead lap. Where Byron McDonald is. He is right up here in this lead pack. I think Byron might be the lucky dog here. As the leaders will come to pit road here. Tires and fuel going on.
Alright, good.
See who gets waved around the pace car here. It'll actually be Ryan Nicoletta. So Ryan Nicoletta will get himself a Lucky Dog Award presented by Forever Home Pet Rescue Incorporated. Lucky Dog to Ryan Nicoletta. And the race off pit road, Greg Oleick's going to get it. We've had 3 trucks stay out. Casey Duncan, Avery Wilson, Roger Rios. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They didn't stay out. They took, or did they? It says they pitted at lap 51 and 52. Oh, Casey Duncan stayed out is what happened here. So interesting. All right, let's go back and check out the accident now. Make sure you get the right wreck. That's not right. Give me a second here. For some reason the replay thing's not working for me here. Here we go. Anthony Hanley gets a piece. That car goes flying. Slides into it. All right, this is the ride we're going to want to take. Cracky gets into the 0-0. Whee! And stick still landing. All right, one more time here. Let's ride outside here and watch this thing. Wow. All right, so we'll come back to the green this time by. And they should, it's going to be close when I say should, be able to make it on fuel. And next week for these guys, Auto Club Speedway will be here for you. 8:45 Eastern Time Friday night. Sunday night, though, the Clash Series Cup Open setups will run at Talladega Super Speedway. We'll have that for you 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Sunday. As we wrap up the 5th caution here at lap 54. Still looking at 16 trucks on the lead lap. get lined up here, and right away Roger Rios-Matias going to get shuffled out to the high side. See if he gets some help. Avery Wilson jumps up there. The 04 jumps up there. Navarro. Brings him off turn 4. He's been up front a pretty good amount of this race. I want to say he's led the most laps, but unfortunately, I don't know. I don't have that telemetry. Double filed the first 3 spots. Caden Henry Oaks, that 19 truck, trying to get a lap back. Right now he is in the... Caden got him in 20th right now. Board with Casey Duncan. Right behind the 05 of Simmons, who has a very interesting tailgate there, I'd say. Side by side, Rios might get shuffled out. Caden's going to go to the middle. Explain to me what that means, Jacob, please. If is there a joke behind that, or is YJ something I just don't understand, or... You see Caden pushing Avery out. You wonder if he's going to cross over as soon as he gets clear of the 32 and maybe drop to the bottom here. But now that pack's starting to grow a little more. As we get close to the finish of this race. Oh, I got you. Okay. Oh, was it? I thought somebody got loose up front there. I was looking over at the screen, seeing what you guys were saying. I look over, I thought I saw contact. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Lauren puts up with a lot of grief from people, including myself, especially in the early days when I first jumped in here. I was a pain in the you-know-what. And now I'm just broadcasting and being a pain in the you-know-what. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the broadcast. I know we came on board late last season, was able to complete the season, and here we are for our first full season of Blown Piston Racing League coverage. Going to be here for all 34 combined events, actually 35 combined events, because we have a combined all-star race that'll be happening in the mid-season with another league, I believe. But Olenek and Avery Wilson, they've kind of got this train of side-by-side kind of locked down right now. Nobody else has really been able to make moves. 09 of Bobby Anderson there. James Thorndike, David Brown back up in here in the 96 truck. That man just won't give up. He's been involved in 2 accidents and still sits up here in the top 5 now. Jordan Berry, the 51 truck, has snuck his way up in here. Eric Davis, we haven't said his name all night. You got Casey Duncan, Anthony Keys, some of the 4X guys starting to show up. As they always say, if you're on the lead lap, you can win this race. How about this guy, Andrew Moore, the guy who sponsored this race. Wide back there is Guy Snyder, the 27, who's had multiple issues tonight. Guy sits 3 laps down again, back in the 20. I just saw his name somewhere, 24th position. Man, this guy's going to fight until the end to try to get back on the lead lap. All these trucks moving around with this turbulent air. Smartest guy right now in this pack might be this guy way back here, Paul Regney. He sits on the lead lap, but he's like, man, I do not want to be a part of this mess right now. Looking up there at that. Now again, the fuel mileage is a question here. Who can make it the rest of the way on fuel? As we take a look at the pit strategy board right here. Everybody about lap 11 to 12 on fuel here, so that gets you to 28 to 29 to go. I don't think everybody can make it unless you somehow super safe under that last caution. But as I remind you, there's a reason why I'm in the press box and not in the truck. Look at Casey Duncan working the high side up there. Unfortunately, he's kind of singing all by himself right now. The 96 starting to kind of peek outside of the 19 here with Casey Duncan there on his high side, but really no help outside them too. I say that, here comes Andrew Moraz up there in the 4 truck, multiple laps down. And you also got the, trying to see, is that the 45 or the 00? I can't tell what number that is up there on that high side. It might be the 00 actually, of Fry. That's the 05 actually. I was wrong on both ends, Corbin Simmons. As Byron McDonald comes to pit road. As Thorndike jumps out of line, I think he's abandoning ship here. McDonald, so he's got fuel, and as another truck comes there in the back to pit road. Again, the question going to be here, where is everybody else come to pit road here? Who is going to pull off this Andrew Moore 212? Could it be Andrew himself, who's back there getting pushed by teammate Guy Snyder? Trucks you want to be in this pack are probably the mid-pack to the back, because those are the ones that don't have to run full throttle and can probably save a little bit. Oh, easy. Guy Snyder got in the back of Andrew Moore. They're right in the left rear and about sent him packing. When you hit these trucks, you want to hit them square. They come up on the back of Byron McDonald. And trouble front straightaway off turn 4. Caution is out. Oh, Andrew Moraz is in it. James Thorndike, who just fell to the back. Unfortunately involved. Thorndike, who was just up in the top 5, abandoned ship, and now is involved. Well, there goes the fuel game. We'll go back to the replay here, but we're going to watch pit stops here because I'm pretty sure everybody's coming in to top off here. Oh, the 9 gets turned by the 09, or the 19 does. Bobby Anderson's up in smoke from it. Now we have 2 accidents to cover. All the trucks on the pit road here. And only fitting that a Moo and Brew truck has Cal's suits on their pit crew. Topping off the fuel, everybody. Avery Wilson going to win the race off pit road. All right, let's go see the first wreck. All right, here we go. Oh, Mraz and Scott Wise made contact. 96 of Brown and involved again, unfortunately. 4 and a 13. Add the 71, I think that was, into it. Let's slow it down. Scott Wise right there in the middle, and that add McDonald to it also.
I can't clear that. That's how you gotta go to the pit, dude.
And it is a 71 that gets into the 96.
I think it'll let you go like 3 laps, and then it'll just be like, nope, you're done.
So we had this accident happen. And then coming back to the pace truck. That's a 70, by the way, getting in that one. This transpires. The 09 blows its engine up. Unfortunately, running into Caden there in that 19 truck, surprising him. Bobby Anderson, who had a chance to win, unfortunately, a little bit of an embarrassing moment there for him. Unfortunately, for all of us, we've done that before. Let's see, replay's not cooperating with me. There we go. All right, pace. It's still not cooperating with me. There we go. So we will have a 10-lap restart. And pit stops are all done, so everybody can now go to the finish. Avery Wilson, Roger Rios Matias, Andrew Moore, Jeremy Kors back up to 4th. And Ryan Nicoletta up to 5th. It's been a up and down race for a lot of these drivers. So great job of perseverance by a lot of these trucks. Oh, I did it first weekend I was on iRacing. I did it to somebody in an Indy car. I felt terrible. All right. This is going to get good now. We have 15 trucks on the lead lap. Byron McDonald's the last one. And we have 9 laps to go as we come to the green flag here. And who's going to win this first race? And oh, by the way, something I haven't mentioned all night. Clinch a spot into the playoffs. Yes, they do that in this series. You win a race, you're in the playoffs. So here we go. Avery Wilson leading them to the green. Andrew Moore pushing Roger up there, and you got the 2 on the high side, Kors and Avery Wilson there. Now Casey Duncan's going to join him up there in the 9 of Paul Regney. You got Nicoletta, Jordan Berry on the inside. This pack is just going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger as we get more laps in. You're going to start seeing those kind of moves to try to win this race. They're starting to get tighter and tighter here. 14 truck of Anthony Keys starting to join the picture. And how about Corbin Simmons back here? In the 05, he's on the lead lap. He has been quiet all night, and he has got a shot to win this thing. Looking back, Avery Wilson, you see Andrew Moore back here just kind of moving around. It's the way this air works. Oh, Avery and Andrew Moore, did they touch? I think they saved it. Or did they not? But Andrew Moore, I believe, has gone for a spin. Yes, he has. Turn 2. I thought they saved it, but he didn't. Uh-oh. Hopefully nobody's coming. Andrew's still having trouble getting going here. If somebody's coming, a caution's going to come out. If not, they're going to stay green. They're going to stay green. Good. Andrew's having all kinds of trouble here. Oh, now the caution comes out. Let's go see what happens. And now we're going to have like a 3-lap restart. Andrew was just having a great run in the 77. You saw on board that the 1 got loose or something, got a bump. Oh, right there, Nicoletta got into him. And that sends the 77 spin into the infield wall. And from there, he just tries to get going in first gear, and unfortunately, it caution comes out for the 7th time here. 5 laps to go. So we're going to have, it's either going to be a 2 or 3 lap restart here in what has been a wild Talladega race. First race of the season here for this Blown Piston Racing League. Again tomorrow night, Barber Motorsports Park for the VOR, Velocity Online Racing Indy cars. And then USRC will be at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As a matter of fact, coming up here in a few minutes, we're going to be drawing for the pole for that race. And I see some of the guys running in that race are actually starting to show up. They're like ready to do this. So, but what has been a great first race of the season so far here at Talladega. Next week, these guys will be at Auto Club Speedway for the Truck Series. And I should mention once again real quick, we'll get this out of the way, the superior templating caution flag out for the 7th time tonight. Thanks to him again for being a part of the broadcast. And looking at the standings, I believe the 96 of David Brown, if he's still in the lead or was a lap down, I'm just going to throw his name out there and kind of guess that he was the Forever Home Pet Rescue Lucky Dog Award. They're going to be coming to one to go this time by. And I do want to remind you, as you've noticed tonight, a new camera set in the works. This is a new partnership that Captain TV has with the Track Cams for Gourmet. Of course, these guys, it's actually one person, has put together customizing track and car cameras on iRacing since 2012, and that's for ovals, for road courses, and now for dirt. This guy does a great job of putting together all these cameras and so on and so forth, all these packages and stuff. You can actually check out his website, trackcams22.com. It's down in the race info page. You can see that. You can look at all the packages he has to offer you, including fan packages. So if like you wanted to go into a race and watch it like a fan, you could do it that way. Also VR, he's got so much there to offer you. But again, trackcams22.com. And make sure you check out TrackCam for Gourmets, that awesome website there. He's got references on there. But I tell you, for a first night of I've only been officially a partner with him for a couple hours, and I went into a couple of races before this one and just tested some stuff out, and I've really enjoyed this. I've had to learn a little bit, but the new cameras here on Captain TV and stuff, awesome. Closest thing to real life you're going to find on iRacing. I mean, I've had some close to real life ones, but this one blows those out of the water. So definitely make sure you check those out, especially if you're one who likes to spectate races and things like that. You can use these cameras for your private use and so on and so forth. So check out trackcams22.com. All right, this is an unofficial green-white checker finish. We are still within the 3 laps of the checkered flag here. Roger Rios Matias, who, oh, by the way, was in the heat race earlier. On the inside, Jordan Berry, the 51 truck, is on the outside. Anthony Keys and Jeremy Kors, the pole sitter, 3rd and 4th. Casey Duncan, a teammate to Keys, 5th, with Ryan Nicoletta, Avery Wilson, Corbin Simmons, and Jaron Navarro, and Paul Regney, your top 10, as they will come back to the green flag and 2 laps to go here from Talladega Superspeedway. And back there, they're spinning off in the front straightaway. All of them are off the track. We're going to stay green. But I saw the 32 is in it. Greg Olenek and Fernando Gamboa, a couple of those trucks involved in that, but we're going to stay up here at the front. Oh, Anthony Keys clears himself in front of Jordan Berry. Rio slides up the track, comes back down, blocks Casey Duncan in a defensive move, perfectly clean. And now Berry pushing to 14. If they can get to the white flag, this will do it. Final lap at Talladega. They're almost 4 wide in the middle there. 97 up there all alone. He's going to need some help. One truck's way down on the apron. As Anthony Keys goes to the lead, Jordan Berry's trying to make a move and turns Keys. Now here comes the 09 of Bobby Anderson, Ryan Nicoletta. Oh, and Anderson's going to get turned into Jordan Berry. The door is open for Nicoletta. Bobby Anderson trying to get the momentum, looking to the low side. Ryan Nicoletta has won at Talladega. I was just listening to what Lauren was saying, the admin. We'll review the finish here in just a moment, but wow. What a finish. Guy Snyder again. So let's go back.
That would be Ryan Nicoletta, Bobby Anderson, and Casey Duncan.
That was just wild.
We'll see some of you guys on Sunday, and the rest we will see next Friday.
And it all starts. Casey Duncan makes a move below the yellow line, which I don't know if there's a rule about it. I don't think there is. But they're 4 wide there. Jordan Berry goes to make a move on Keys and gets turned. Casey gets loose, loses more positions. And then they all get together here. And that's where Nicoletta holds off Anderson. And somehow Casey Duncan gets through all that and finishes third in this race. That was wild. All right. Nope, wrong button. Take a look at the final results of this race. Nicoletta wins it. Anderson, Casey Duncan third. Jared Navarro fourth. Jeremy Kors finishes fifth. Paul Regney, Corbin Simmons, Jordan Berry, Andrew Moore, and Michael Sebastian, or Mikel, finishing 10th. David Brown, Anthony Keys, Roger Rios Matias, 13th. Avery Wilson, Jim Thorndike, Greg Olenek, Fernando Gamboa, and Caden Henry Oaks going to finish in the 18th position. Guy Snyder, 19th. 20th, Eugenio Alonso, 21st. Oops, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Alejandro Risso. Scott Wise, 22nd. Eric Davis, 23rd. Byron McDonald, 24th. Anthony Henley, 25th. 26th is Clayton Fry. 27th, Jason Kratke. 28th, Rick Rice. And I did it again. 29th, Casey Barlow. 30th, Andrew Mraz. Paul M's 31st. Jason Nicholas 32nd. Jason Branch 33rd. Josh Gillian 34th. Brandon Mathia 35th. Ryan Marin 36th. Bill Hales 37th. And Patrick Coluccio 38th out of the 38 trucks that started this race. What a race and what a finish. Ryan Nicoletta getting himself a win here at Talladega Superspeedway. Gets him a spot into the playoffs. And we are going to talk to him in just a second. Just make sure we have everything all set up to go here broadcast-wise, because one thing I've gotten really good at is forgetting to turn a microphone on for somebody. So we're going to make sure that doesn't happen here. Let's get him up here. Ryan Nicoletta, or down here. He's in the channel above. Ryan Nicoletta joins us. Ryan, congratulations. I know a lot of this race was filled with ups and downs for everybody. It seemed like at one point everybody was involved in a wreck somewhere or something happening and had to come all the way back. You took a wave around, just a couple cautions ago, and here you find yourself up in the front in the right place at the right time and score a victory at Talladega.
Thanks. Yeah, it was definitely a wild one to start off the season. I ended up getting in trouble early. I got in the back of the 96 truck, which I feel bad about. And I ended up wrecking a bunch of people, and everyone had to use their quick repairs. So basically I was just playing catch up for the rest of the night. Got caught a lap down and got the lucky dog, and was just kind of, taking it easy there at the end, trying to work my way up through the field, and then that green-white checker. I don't know how the heck I got through all that. I was using the third lane up high. I was trying everything, and then there was a window. They started wrecking. There was a window, and I just kind of snuck in between a couple trucks and crossed the line.
Well, you crossed the line, and you kind of crossed the line off of one of your goals so far this season. You, I'm sure, wanted to get into the playoffs, and race one, you kind of get that one off the list.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge relief. I mean, I've, have trouble barely getting into playoffs last year, so I am just so happy that I don't have to worry about that for the rest of the season.
Well, it was a fantastic job by you. I know you're going to sit back and enjoy some Gen beer, if it's whatever kind, if it's Gen Light or Genesee itself, or there's so many different awesome flavors there. Me living in upstate New York, I know what that's all about there. But congratulations on your win, and send shout-outs to whoever you like to, bud.
I just want to give a shout-out to my mom. She's probably going to be watching this. I'll be sending it. She ain't watching it live, but I'll be sending this video for sure. Yes, I will be cracking a Genesee 12 horse
there you go.
As soon as the interview is over. And I want to thank my teammates. We all work together to try to get the best finishes, and some of them didn't get the finish they wanted, but it's a long season.
Absolutely, man. Well, nice job, Ryan. Congratulations. Go enjoy that beer. Drink a Gen for me, if you could, please, and we'll see you on Sunday potentially.
Thanks, Chris.
Absolutely. Ryan Nicoletta there, winner of tonight at Talladega Superspeedway. What a win it was. And speaking of comebacks, this guy here we're going to talk to next finishes second tonight. Just 10 laps ago, 15 laps ago, has an issue with his pedals, it sounded like, and gets in the back of the 19 under caution, blows his motor, uses the reset, and comes back and finishes second in this race. Bobby Anderson, that was a wild one for you, sir.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of events that happened within the last 10 laps there.
And talk about that race. I know you led some laps early. You ran up there in the top 5 most of the race, but you started back in 23rd. And talk about the race and how you got back up there.
We had a pretty good run with the truck. And had my teammate up there with Greg up there. We had a pretty good line, drafting around the track. Come back in, and we had the same strategy. We're going to stick together no matter what happens, and it worked out for me at the end.
Well, you did a fantastic job. Now, are you going to be a full-time driver this season? Because I know, obviously, you're a newer name to the series.
Yes, I am going to be a full-time driver.
Very good. We'll talk about some goals, obviously. You got the second place tonight. Now you go to Auto Club next week. Talk about some goals for the season here as you kind of get used to being around these guys.
The goal, of course, every time you come out here with another league, you try to put a name out here for yourself. So main goal this year is try to make the playoffs if you can. Just put a name in there for yourself and then work on the larger goals toward the end of the year and get a feel for everybody and see how everybody races out here.
There you go. Walk before you crawl, or crawl before you walk. If you walk before you crawl, that's interesting. Anyways, nice job, Bobby. Congratulations on your P2. Send shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Anderson finishing in the second position. And a guy that I know very well here tonight, I'm going to blame every single one of the cautions on him tonight because I can. And that's Casey Duncan, finishing in the third position tonight. Casey, what a run for you. I'm going to ask you about the excursion on the final lap there. And did your GPS tell you to turn left off turn 2?
Oh, man, that's in the rule book. On the last lap, you can go below the yellow line.
Oh, I must have missed that one last season. But now talk about that a little bit. Obviously, was that a strategy move on your part? Was that something like, I'm going to do it if it opens up? Or was it just, you know what, I got nothing to lose here. I'm going for it.
Well, we had Anthony and I had a plan going into the final restart. We were just going to push Roger clear, and then he was going to jump to the outside, and then I was going to stay behind Roger. And with 2 to go, my spotter, Mraz, comes on the mic and says, you know, you can go below the yellow line on the last lap. And I said, oh, that's right. So I got a good run off on Roger and decided to go down there, and I just couldn't clear him. So I had to lift a little bit to get back in behind him, and I got hit in the middle of 3 and 4 and got pushed down to the apron and just stayed on it. I go, well, I'm not letting go of this.
That ended up being a blessing in disguise when it was all over, because then they wreck off turn 4 and you just find your way through. Seemed like every wreck we were watching, you find your way through throughout the night. But you know what? It seemed to be a very, we'll call it a fair night for the 4X guys. I noticed, Thorndike was up there and got caught up in some bad luck. I know you ran up there for a little bit. Just seemed like a lot of the guys ran up there, but unfortunately you're the only one that really got a good finish out of it.
Yeah, the 4X team was working really well tonight. We went to the back early on to avoid the wrecks, and we did, and then we got caught up in one. I stayed clear all night except for one. I was all clear, and then all of a sudden there was a car in front of me, and I was on the brakes, and I just ran into the back of, I don't remember who it was now. I think it was Clayton, and I just punted him, and it gave me a 4X and smoked my motor, so I had to use my quick repair then. But we did a really good job of working together and clearing most of the cautions.
Yeah, you did a fairly good job there in that iHeart truck. I saw a bunch of iHearts just lined up in the back there early, as you mentioned. But, hey, great job tonight, and shout-outs, as always, to whoever you would like.
Well, yeah, that's the whole deal this year, that we have a deal with iHeartRadio. One of our team owners knows president. He's going to back some of our cars, so we decided as a team to run iHeartRadio trucks. We also have Serve Pro, Dynamark, Great House, all still on board, and just want to thank the team. I mean, 4X is running really well and really working together as a team, and they just help each other out. So I just got to thank those guys.
Absolutely, a lot of fun to be around. So nice job, Casey, man. Congrats on your top 3, bud.
Thanks, Chris.
Absolutely.
Good way to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Great job on his part there in the top 3 when it's all over with for Casey Duncan. So, all right, so here's what we're going to do. Obviously, we're going to wrap up the broadcast here from Talladega Super Speedway. Again, Sunday night, we're back here in the Cup Cars for the Clash Series here for Blown Piston Racing League from Talladega. So hopefully you can join us for that tomorrow night for VOR. But you're going to see another stream go up here in probably about 10 minutes or so, 10 or 15 minutes. Another stream is going to go up, and that is going to be the draw for USRC's race at Las Vegas for the qualifying. For those who don't know, we for that league, we actually draw for qualifying from first all the way down to last. So we're going to do that here coming up in about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to get it all set up and get it all working out, and yeah, we'll go from there. So congratulations to Our winner tonight, Ryan Nicoletta, going to victory lane here at Talladega Super Speedway. And thanks to all the drivers. Of course, thanks to Lauren and Scott Wise for allowing me to be a part of the league. And thank you, viewers, as always. I think we got up to 25 at one point, which is awesome. Let's keep building on that throughout the season. But thank you, viewers, for watching. And as you might know or you might not know by now, there's only one way for us to leave, and that's by telling you this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!
Let go of fear, you're holding the fire smoldering, it's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for.
Strong.